I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is Righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy, 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 boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
All right, greetings and welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I'm your host, Man, and today we have a big one lined up for you. We have the man that everyone has been asking me. Man, yes, when you interview this man, ask him to do the show and don't say bro. All right, so he's a real legend, right? So we're gonna ask him if he can do the show and don't say bro. We don't know if it is possible, but if maybe we'll give him a prize if he refuses to use the word bro. But I was going to call him the left foot chopper, but you know how the chopper things going on in Jamaica, you can't call people chopper anymore because when they come on to taking it on the left foot and cut it and chopping it, you understand me, on the left side, this man is known for that. All right. I mean, great footballer in his time, very instrumental part of the 1998 World Cup campaign. I mean, family man as well. Values his family. He recently returned, to this side of the world as he went away with family and things. So, without any further ado, before we even big up the sponsors, I'm going to let you see him to know that he's here in living colors. The man that Bingley Blair talk about, to all of the people that talk about. Bingley Blair say, yeah, man, you know what they look at you near, man. Man used to can chop it on the left. Can chop it. He just go down there and chop it on the left. And we say, who you attack, Greg? He say, yeah, man. That same one. So let's welcome Sir Messam.
Listen. So you may say no, as I'm get to find out that the man is a pastor. Say a little prayer, man. I could bless up Jamaica and bless up all the legends and icons and great ones. So something, man. I could start it off good, man, before the order of the day. I could get it going, bro. Say a prayer, man. You know what I'm saying? In a 30 seconds. I could hear it, bro.
30 seconds. Yeah, man. Well, the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof the world, and they that dwell therein. For he hath founded it upon the seas, establish it upon the flood. We look to the hills, from whence cometh our help. Our help come from the Lord who made the heavens and the earth. And so, Almighty Father, we bless you. We thank you for life. We thank you for health. We thank you for family. We thank you for the opportunities, the gifts that you give us to display, to bring unity, love in nations. We pray for Jamaica, Lord God, that you continue to be a strength over this nation, to keep and protect Jamaica and all its citizens. We rejoice in this day because we have life. It wasn't guaranteed to any of us, but we have life today. And we thank you that this opportunity to interview, to meet and talk, will add value to someone's life. We give you thanks, Emmanuel. King of all kings and Lord of all lords, Jesus, the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. Blessed be your holy name. Amen and amen. All right, so I get to say, bro, how you doing?
Flesh, man, you know what I'm saying? We're there, man. The land of the living, we have to give thanks, you know? Yeah, man,
Awesome.
bless up Jamaica, bless up the world. Yeah, man, bless up the legends and the icons and the great ones. Yeah, man, so many names to call, but we still have to bless up the world. You get me?
Yeah, man. How was your trip? Enjoy your trip. I know you
Yeah,
were
man,
out
of course, man, to the fullest, man, you know, we are, as I say, man, anywhere we go, you know, we make our present felt, you know? Yeah, man, we easily recognize anywhere we go in the world, you know?
there. Really? Even in
Yeah,
Egypt?
man. Bro, I know where we go, man. For you, them talk about you see, them talk about Bob, them talk about everyone, man. Them talk about the lovely island. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? We little but to Talawa, know that them say? But we're great.
That is
Yeah,
so
man.
awesome to know that wherever in the world we go, people know about Jamaica, know Jamaicans. That's the thing. I don't think sometimes they understand the magnitude of our culture and our people globally. I think for a small island like us, it is awesome how worldwide we are known and recognized and probably celebrated by many, many people in many, many nations.
Of course. No joke. No, of course. You
Yeah,
know? No joke.
yeah, man. Family doing well.
Oh, with Mr. Man is. All is well.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah,
All is well, man. How the family doing well.
yeah, man, everybody bless, man. Glad you have a star apple on your program, you know. You get me? You alone can find star now, but me the apple, you know. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, the program, I know you have been watching, so you know how it goes. We want you to just tell us, just share with us your journey from the very beginning of your journey, when you started playing football, all the way up to the league levels in Jamaica. And then as you share and thing, we'll ask questions. But when did you actually start playing um football? I know some people say they were playing football from they were in the womb. I don't know if it is the same with you.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's
actually,
early.
yeah. Actually, yeah, but I was multi-talented. So probably me I run and I don't play football like whereas in my mom home. Who to tell? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, but yeah, man, it actually start from then, because a lot of people think I'm from the rural area, which is not a problem because I'm from Kingston, but I go to the rural area and I enjoy it as if I'm from there. So a lot of people worldwide are like, "Yeah, man, I want to hear, man, mess I'm from Clarendon, man." Then somebody said, "No, man, I'm from Portland." You get me? But
Oh,
actually, like, I created a Jubilee Hospital, you know what I'm saying? Most of the corporate person are aware of that. Majority people born at Jubilee, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, so first, start from primary days. I usually attended St. Peter Claver Primary School on Walton Park Road because I grew up in the inner city of Maxwell and Walton between 24 Alexander Road. You know what I'm saying? So
oh,
yeah, Kingston 13. So that's where the first development start. So and then can I tell you, even when praise be to God, because growing in inner city, it can be very tough and at the times, and you can be take the wrong road and way. And thanks to my mom, my mom at those time was doing buying and selling, so I'm actually free, like going to school because when she them time when Eagles got curious, you know what I'm saying, them go for the entire week and then come back Friday. So I actually had my own from those days. You get me? Or straight school, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
all
Until
primary
mom,
school.
yeah,
Okay.
so from them days, I can remember how I end up a country. Some man is a trick. My mother tricked me, Yeah, man say, yeah, man, we have to look for grandma and stuff like that, and you know. And it's so funny, She thinks she tricked me, but she not tricked me because eventually when she leave me, I get so caught up in the fruits that I see free of cost, like the oranges and all those. You know what I'm saying? I said,
Yeah.
what?
The vegetation in the rural setting.
Yo, you know much we have to find 15 cent or 5 cent or to buy them thing and it's free right there. So, Jaja, Yeah. You know, so eventually she leave me, bro. And I said, oh, go on, my mother there. But you know what? Me so smart them time that me eventually find back my way to Kingston, you know. So the third, it's the second to the third, you know, to me decide for you know, we need to stay, you know, because you know, so it start from then because I find back my way all the way from Frankfield. You know, I got miles. That time probably about them time, who was a kilometer miles or probably like 54 or 60. You
Yeah.
know, because probably I just the one bus, so you figure less for you just jump on the bus that way. I mean, I have a bus here, but I mean, I don't know where I'm going. You know, but me end up reach back home. You know, that's how.
Oh, you travel by yourself all the way back to what?
Yeah, because you know, me I said, this is this, one, I trick me. She good, sir.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So from there and then enter high school and So in my high school, I usually travel back and forth when I settle in at first. Whenever I first so it was like 7th grade, them time there. So you know, so we usually like for the Monday to Friday at school,
Some
and
people
then
don't know what high school you went to, you know, so you have to tell them for those who don't know.
For real, Edwin Allen. Well, actually, it was Frankfield High then, and I spent 1 year, and then it became Edwin Allen afterwards. You know, name after the creator, the founder, so to speak. You know, which was Edwin Allen. You know, so yeah, so so from there, and then you know, as we said, at the inner city at one point, Maxfield minor league. You know, minor league football at them time there. You know, was very popular then, prominent. That was if you make a minor league team, yo,
You're a big thing.
great. You know
Yeah.
what I say? You're the big thing, and if you do have a little jersey, and them time, what me not think jersey now, as me I say, even with D cup, remember a D cup or a Manning cup. When you have that jersey there, you know, you have to secure it, and you have to wash it, you know, you have to stay at the line until it dry, you know, because it's in hot demand. If you turn your back, somebody steal it. You know what I'm saying? So you see if yo, those, bro, I'm telling you, bro, just remember this
Somebody
football
people
days,
count you know many times you say bro, you know. Careful.
man. Yeah, so you're counting. All right. So okay. Yeah, man. So as I say from there, and we get for love country, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You hear it? Look, let me show you the other
Yeah.
truth. The man say, you know what I'm saying? Laugh out loud. People account of how many times he say it anyway. We go.
Yeah, so I must say start from there and then
So while you were going to Edwin Allen, you were playing minor league for which team at the time?
not feeling actually, you know, it's Cyrus and them thing in the mind,
Oh,
you know,
oh, you actually played for Maxfield with Maurice Cyrus?
Cyrus is a coach, you know, just
Oh,
a
Cyrus.
little coach. Yeah. Well,
Oh.
you know what I'm saying? Youth coach them time there because you know, general but him still alive now. I see him when came on a spark and them something there, but yeah. One of them great ones them are, but
who were some
I
of the
never
team with you that you remember in your minor league days? Are you were the biggest baller?
no man, you have to pick up all you have Archibald Walters, you have some great one from Charles Smith them time there, you know what I'm saying? It's just that I never established myself that much in, you know.
Okay.
You know, and yeah, but end up them I say, well, this enough for me in a country, me think then. So country, you know, and then me enroll with another legend in pass away, him soul rest in peace, John Green from Clarendon. You must hear about that generally, and mostly football.
John Green is a big man who make football, youth football, big in Clarendon. Legend.
Yeah. So some great ones, man, like also the great Winston Chunk also, him soul rest in peace. You know, them generally, you know what I'm saying, the way them generally transport to bro in a one bench, you know, 50 players with a 5-seater car, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So greatness, man. No joke. No joke at all,
So
bro.
you move? Did you move from Edwin Allen to? Or you played the Dacosta Cup years at Edwin Allen?
Yeah, man, the entire year. But actually, my 7 years at Eden Allen, playing B Cup. You know,
Okay.
repeat after graduate, repeat.
Oh. Okay. So you played 7 years. I mean, did you? I mean, how good was Edwin Allen during that time, or how well did you do?
So, man, to be honest, we were good, but not good because we're up against some tough opponent. At one point, we're situated in the roughest zone in
Clarendon,
Dakar Cup, which was Zone C, with the great Clarendon College, Glenmore, Veer Technical, Garvey Masia, and then a late addition, Lennon I, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a group of death. You know, anyone at any given time, you know, from that group, you know.
Okay, so I mean, who are some of the Clarendon College or Veer or Glenmuir players that you remember going up against that were really good in those times that, I mean, you were matched up against in those days?
So many names to call, but never call some standout one like Sensei Williams.
Oh, Kevin Williams, Sensei,
Right,
bad midfielder.
right. Dougal, the Quack, Sandy Carter, a baller that what Via produced some great one. You see the great Ali P at Garvey at the time, chicken back from Glenmore, Laughters. We're up against some great players. Buster from Lennon I. You name it, Chris Dawes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The great, one of our best defender of all time, the great Linval Dixon.
Oh, you'd go up against Linval Dixon during those times as well?
Dixon was the general in Clarendon. Linval Dixon from Clarendon College.
Whoa, yeah, man. Because I know, like Sensei, I like Sensei was a big midfielder in schoolboy days, and everybody thought you was.
Yeah, man. Also, what name that man? You hear about Kevin Williams, aka Sensei, man. Also, name, man. Them time, them man. General, even who play under 18, under 23 too. You know
Okay, yeah, he did
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Because he got national call-ups as well during his time. Wasn't a lot, but he got some call-up. Yeah,
Yes, of course. He was also when Rennie take over, he also have a few things with the national team, you know. Went to Brazil. Yeah, you know.
So yeah, so you went through Edwin Allen, never really accomplished much in terms of team, but you were being called to see to like the junior teams in Jamaica at that time, like under 17. Though you were at Edwin Allen.
Edwin Allen, 1990, Aldi versus Al Manning, even though it didn't play, but we're selected, but
Oh,
the
you
game didn't play.
all the team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But, so from there, then wasn't in the national setting because at the time, you know, it kind of difficult, especially for rural area at the time. You know, it just you have to do the transformation if at those time, you know, get back in the corporate for play. So it was fortunate for me, as I said, after school, I eventually leave and continue my football, so to say, semi-pro outside after school, because after school it's going to be semi-pro because we don't have a professional league at the time. Do we still have one? No, I guess not. But yeah. So I went to Portland. Another icon passed away. Rest in peace. Stushi Marshall. You know.
Yeah.
So the story is that it's so
you leave Edwin Allen, you went straight to Portland.
but complicated again because I was also doing track and field. I'm gonna tell you the joke about that. Running boys jumps come second in the 5,000 meter, and then you know first and second make character team. So I was selected for the character team, and I said, yeah. But for me, though, Mr. Mannings, I would just usually get up and just run. I never train. I never, You know what I'm saying? And the same Mr. Dyke, who is the coach for
Edwin Ali now, yeah. Mr. Yeah, man.
he was the coach. He was guaranteed for me when I enter champs. Him sure him can come return with points by me, either the 15 or the 5,000 because the other time them
So you're a champ medalist?
Yes, man, we are so bro. Yeah, man.
1,500 and 5,000, you won medal at champs.
Bro, yeah. You may tell you, no joke. No joke. But you know.
So you're probably you're the only male getting points at Edwin Ali.
There you go. There you go. So even at that time, not the only person, because remember champs was separate. They have girls before
boys.
then, boys afterwards.
Yeah.
So some usually like screeching a Clarendon cap because some of the ballers were also athletes also. You know what I'm saying? Remember, majority of them time the footballers were track and field athletes. You know?
Yeah.
Somewhere along the line, somebody participated. If them know them do them sports day, them are champion, but you know when you enter the stadium, you have a run last. Just as I share the same sentiments with Sir Bibi Gardner. Only that him become pro and me become protein. The stop of protein, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we share the same thing, man. But I never have no fear because even when I win when I come second, there was a guy from home. Yeah, the other way around high school, you know. But yeah, well you can say it, yeah. But so because sometimes some school enter boys champs and then exit from the first day, which is the Thursday. So we continue until the final day. Sometimes 5,000 always
5,000 is
final.
like the second
finals to 15 and then time the track and field, me I tell you about track and field excited and I want to be a part of it because you have the great Daniel England, you have the Donovan Bailey, you have the runners from JC, then time the McCraw, the Ronald Mighty, them general day. When you sit at the stadium, you're like, yo, and you hear the crowd go, yeah, and hey, I tell you, when me run to I look like them malnutrition African day, because me have all a long head back, so everybody have that as my trademark, You get
you're skinny.
What? No joke, skinny. So me I tell you now, so it's a man in so.
You man me Carifta.
Yeah, curved and then I go buck up on the great Sir Herb McKinley. I said, Jaja, this great one. Yeah. And great one schedule. Tell me, sir, well, you know you go up against it, not the true you run and whatever I explain to me and I tell me this general, I tell me like if I go to 800, that time I tell us a stadium east. Actually the dust bowl at the time. Me I tell him someone in the sun pelping.
Yeah.
And I say, Jack. Them time the way I stayed over Albert House, just the opposite side of Trafalgar Road there. Yeah, man, me just give him something like this, man. And them time they me love it still, but me never, I said, this enough for me, man. The individual thing enough for me, man. I love teamwork,
Yeah.
So me make the transition, but me give him, I say, Sir Mark, sir, me have to leave because my mom not feel well.
You tell him on a
story there. Yeah, man. I give that story there, no return, man. So, it's a Portland feet,
Oh, so that also.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's it. End up in Portland. You bail out a Carifta.
Bail out. And them time they not I mean, me never good enough, but me kind of popular. Me them amongst Nicole Mitchell, Julian Russell, them.
Yeah.
Them pretty girl at the time. I said, what? And Ray and my dream is like, you see them generally water snake tree, and you say, yeah. I said, nah. Football first love, you get me?
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I tell us. Remember when I have the interview before, I tell us share the same sentiments as sufferer,
Because sufferer people, for those who don't know, that's what they call baby. You understand me?
Yeah.
So he was also, as you know, Bibi was a big track star. End up doing,
Yeah.
yeah, kind of same thing. Like, and both of them are left-sided. I mean,
Here you go.
the journey similar. Played on all of those junior teams as well. So you go over to Taros, right? Because Taros now was like your first.
Taros, it was a Taros,
Oh,
It was another club which is Bombrook football club. So
oh,
when you hear Bingley, I said no, it was Bombrook. So it was first when Bingley first saw me, then it was at Port Moran, they come play an all-star team, and I
yes,
was
yes.
there, and then it's so funny. PMU was so good that a coach Alan Skill called in at the goal in up on 1 foot, Me, I said, Jaja, this don't look good. No goalkeeper. All right. That but you're familiar with some of the national like Pro Duck and the Bing and the Wayne Palmer, the same Wayne Palmer there, the great Weng Weng. Hey, are we give the name there? No, Weng Weng. Yo, mightyful general, the great Weng Weng. Yeah, so it was there, and then being the I said, no man, I look at you there, no look normal man. But prior to that, Sir Mannings, when the first I was small, how skinny I was, when the the guy I tell you about, Sir Sushi, it was final, Division One time. Then remember Division One final, them time that big league in the
Yeah,
rural
yeah, yeah.
area.
In the
You know
rural
what I'm
area,
saying?
right?
So yeah,
Yeah.
bragging rights from Alray, and you know what I'm saying, and so at the time, so Bombrook was actually the Cinderella team, while we were up against Mandela. So that final they play actually 3 times before them can decide a winner. So I remember so the final was playing Thursday, and Slushy come for me the Wednesday. I'm actually announcing at the town, so I go for a wicked baller because at them time I forward from my best season.
In the Costa Cup.
Right. So I have 22 goals playing from midfield. You know what I'm saying? I think it's Michael England from Rossies at the time did outscore me that season.
Right.
So I come off
Because
right. So
that time was when when Rushies beat Stets, I think, in the Da Costa Cup final with Ted Wright Jones.
yeah,
I believe it's
Ted
Stets.
Wright Jones and all of them great ones there. The Andrew O'Connor, the Kevin Graham and them from Rossies. You know what I'm saying? The Ryan Saint Steele and all them generally, if you try to get interview from them,
Yeah, man.
Sir Manning. Yeah, man. Some great ones from Rossies, man. Rossies
Dean Swell
was
saying, Dean Swell yelling of him, say, little bro, Jack Grappa, and 15. How it's going now?
Hey, come on, Two-Face. Take Two-Face. Salute, my brother. Yeah, man, love alone, man. You're one of the influential ones
Coach
in my
Charles
career,
Gallop. You want some other Coach Charles Gallop, We don't want the man. Hey, Dean, man, the man straight from the interview. You tell you what you want a Coach Charles Gallop, man.
Yeah, so yes, sir, man. And so I remember when eventually
Him
when
going for a
Sushi.
big baller. Him say him going for a big baller to come and play in the D1 final. And that was you, because you were coming off your best season.
When me go over there, the entire community laugh at me and say, how would this? Probably at the time, them I look for somebody like the sensei or the sprite, or the Linval at the time, not knowing because you know what I'm saying, only Ed Barnes could have really tell you. And the great Sir Lance Whitaker could have even tell you, have a little, but so when I got the day before, and then I participate in a training, as a little youth. Man, I take it to them, man. Them say a different. Them I say, what? No, man, I look at general. No, man, you're dangerous, man. So the next day, me not the starting 11. When the game about to start, the opposition come over and say, like, are you the proper? How are you, man? How are you? You're dead. And I say, Judge, wanna go to Basa? Hey, sir. Sir Mannings, just hearing those stunts, it look like a supplegent, man. It boots me up, man. Remember me tell you, man. Yeah, man, me take her to them wicked, man. Yeah, man.
So that's how you became a household name over that side. It was that particular game, yeah.
So at the time, so we become we move on to the other phase now to go to qualify for the Premier League. And at the same time, are you from Westmoreland? Or where you from? Montego Bay side or what? I don't know if you're aware of a team named Condors.
Yeah, man, I know Condors. Yeah. Oh, says Condors you're playing against. Yeah.
Right, so playing against Condor, you have Gainer Blacks, God Brooks and them big. So there's no what we're up against from a little parish of Portland, where football wasn't prominent, so to speak. Even though knowing the story of Portland, you have a lot of great, because you actually have a team from there that qualify for the Premier League. I think in the 70s or probably, surely 80s. You get me? Them call themselves the Junglists. Right. So it actually a team from there, but they've never win the Premier League, and then I think after Junglists, then there comes Taro. So that's how I've been seeing now. So Bingy see me and I said, Lico General, it kind of strange to see the football may appear at my age and a small frame what I consist of at the time. I'm like, no man, we need to get there. And so be it. When I go to that team, Sir Mannings, a Jamaica national team, I'm up against,
Right, because it's a star game. Your audio gone. We're not hearing you.
You hear me now?
Yeah, we're hearing you now, but you're low. You're using the laptop, the computer, or the phone.
The phone become a laptop. It won't allow me to clock in, innit? I was trying to get it, so I'm
hearing you now.
Yeah. So see the great Dean Walker, Wayne Farmer, John Wayne, Sir Bingy Blair, you name it. Marvin Fisher. You name it. You name the national them where you can think of them time, because at the time the owner also passed away. Rest in peace, Sir Derek Lee. Yeah, another great one, bro. But I think Bingy not really telling us a true story about that Chinaman then and the reason why I'm dying. The one time him said no, I'm dying, no, Sir man. And one of them good Samaritan that when even though I'm not have it, him just tell you yes, but just make you feel good. You know them ones?
Yeah.
Stalwart at that club, Taros football. If we go anywhere, forget that. Oh my God, much Farmer National actually forward them. No, so them can't play now, bro. But just to get a piece of the pie. After the season start, them community done forward for them, so they have to go, and Mr. Chinaman, we just have fun, make them just come see the niceness of the parish, So that was at the time, but the real story about it, we empower them, can't tell you.
Messam, they're saying that maybe the earpods need to charge or something because the audio is chipping in and out. So we're not sure if that is the problem, or you want to use the
careful of that.
All right, you see loud and clear now. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Tell them sanitation, napkins, that, bro. Careful of them, really, bro. Yeah. Yeah, man. So from there, then up. And I'm not being on these guys even remember. So when I met the transition to Taros, it was the same Bob Campbell was the coach.
He did say that yesterday. Man, he spoke about it yesterday in his interview.
He was the coach, and I'm going to tell you now. I wanted the coach that when make training. You want to train because I'm vibes and respect to Sir Kenneth Bob. I one of them generally, and during the training, and one of them generally that does make you feel like you're up on top of the world. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when him come to me and said, you know, so may I go over this weekend because as you can tell about the musical meds and them time you'd have the Kingston Lion and he was the assistant coach alongside the great Carl Brown. You know what I'm saying? So he carried me over one week continue the training. Just to train, you know, when I go training, I up against the likes of the great Ali Rose. Yo, man, is you ever see that generally play? And one of them generally we have to just look and I say, General, you don't know your talent where you have. You don't know how good you are.
All right, Mr. Messam, hold on a minute. Let me just pause it because I want to make sure the people hearing you clearly. People, I need some thumbs up if you're hearing me clearly, right? Please do that. In the meantime, we're gonna try to see if we can sort out some of the stuff. All right. So just tell me if you're hearing better, if you're hearing me, and then if you're hearing Gregory and I bring him back on. We're gonna sort out the audio. We're gonna also have him flip his phone and put it on landscape so the shot can look better. There you go. So we're gonna do that. Yeah, man. The shot is better now, except we need to see your face because we are just to see. Yeah, there you go. So we're gonna fix up all of that and make sure the audio is fine because we don't want you to miss anything. So I need some thumbs up if you're hearing clearly. All right. I see hearing. Let me just read a couple of comments in the meantime, Gregory. This person said that big up Messam, Michael Hall's son. I send blessing your way. All the best to you and your family for the Christmas season. So that's Michael Hall's son. Ricardo Badger said, you used to kill off Mandela team down at Portland. That's what he says. So just listen to the comments and thing, and then Paul Watkins is asking about you're playing Business House in St. Anne. Joe Downer said, heal up, legend, Mr. Messam. Good to hear you. Hear your story. Bala, salute. All right. Hearing clearly. We're hearing you, management. Gregory is in and out. All right. Everybody say thumbs up. All right. So go ahead, bro. Your time. People them seeing you better now. Let me hear if they're hearing you better. Go ahead. Yeah, but you're good though. You're good. Yeah, man. So you're talking about Bob Campbell and how he was, how he made training feel for you. Go ahead and continue that story.
Yeah. I want another general we tell about him glory days and him illustrate because when I tell about the left foot, there's no joke, Him usually like put this ball and him spot it and then, I don't know if a lot of players are former players know. Him usually point the valve of the football towards the goalkeeper. And him spank it. And him I say, yeah man, I say if you spank it, watch it. So me I tell him, say, I can't go on them time we have the great Zambi in the goal, and the great beggar man, aka whistle man. Blessing to them general man. And them little general take me up in hands, man. Yeah man, them general alongside Sir Bingy Blair or Wayne Palmer, man, was the general them will lead me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you learn a lot of Taurus with Bob Campbell and some of those legends playing.
Yeah.
Jamaica at Taurus. Was it at Taurus that they got called for the senior team, or it was when you moved from Taurus?
Yeah, when I moved from Taurus, but I get called for the U23 from Taurus.
Okay. So you played under 23 for Jamaica.
Yeah, man. Sir, man. Some under 23, man. Hey, you see the under 23 there, and to be honest, the general and the world are the people, not the audience who watching. The under 23 team there, Sir Mannings, no joke. When I say talented, talents from all nature. The Leroy Smith, the Nathaniel Barnes, the Ryan Kirkpatrick, the great Fabian Davis. We could have played every position as we skipper. Boris Johnson, great Natty Morgan, Carl Campbell, rest in peace. O'Neal Riley, Ali Rose, Roger Thomas, Marconi Steele. About Brown Chops, the original Brown Chops, Devon Kerr.
Yeah.
Go on and on. See him, Wule Harris, you name it.
Who were the goalkeepers?
He was Elsa Scott, Julian McLeish, Sterling from Montego Bay, and the great Loxley Reed.
Loxley Reed, Julian McLeish, and Edson Scott. Yeah. It was a big under 23 team. But you never had Socrates Christie on that team too.
Yes, Socrates. You may say so many names to call. You have God Peter King, you have Richard Reeves, you have Christopher Harris, you have Al McFarlane.
Ian's Red Carr was on that team.
Fogarty.
And Fogarty, yeah.
Yeah, them generally. No, Kara after me.
Okay.
And then I have Chris Dawes, Nandi Lowe.
And Nandi Lowe was on it too?
What? The great one? hey. Remember history that generally, no. That's a dull moment.
Give it a history there.
That's a dull moment with this general, man. It no matter where you take it, Ari or Nandi Lowe, long live my legend. Blessings to my general. Yeah, man. Far from, man. Great one. We are some Mannings, man. Me hear you ask the question, and who him like to play with and bro. You just love to play with every player because you know what? At them time, everybody make you look good. You get me?
Yeah.
You never have a specific card. Everybody just look good. You know what I'm saying? From Pepe to the Dean Sewell to the fabulous Union, from the coach Cargill, rest in peace, to the great Shorty Malcolm.
Whoa.
So, Nandi, oh my man, Nandi, no matter how serious the situation is, Nandi I go put a smile for we. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No joke, man. Nandi, yo, general, yo, legend, bro. Long live the legend, man. Enough great ones, Sir Mannings, man. So many names to call,
right.
man. No
So
joke.
that under 23 team that Rene Simoes kind of started taking some of the players from that under 23 team into the senior team, heading into the World Cup campaign.
Yeah, and you know, sir, it wasn't like Rennie, you know, at the time I remember when Mr. Dungswell was the head coach. Yeah, and him chose me, Nandi, fabulous Donald, the great Donald Stewart. I saw we go play against Colorado Foxes that day, and I think we get about 5-0. You know, I remember against Walter Boyd, the great Anthony McCreed. No, Woolley wasn't there at the time. And I remember after we lost the game, so we'd have Desmond Smith, we have Marco Pratt and them generally. You know what I'm saying? For the tour. So I remember after we lost the game, come and say, hey, Pops, national disgrace.
Who said that?
Mr. Dungswell to the team after we lost, you know. But we're up against some great ones, a great Walter Boy, and some other
the national team went to play Colorado with Walter Boyd there and lose to Colorado.
Yes. I can't forget Mr. Dungswell remarks was national disgrace because probably to him because the quality of what Van Ray at the time, you know, as I said, we young in Matthew, we don't know nothing about professionalism. We're against a professional team. Plus, the atmosphere, they have a high altitude, so the breathing wasn't that up to par, you know, so we could have played. You get me?
Yeah.
But it was fun though. It's an experience, you know. And from then, when we return, and then we have few round the island practice game, you know.
How that under 23 team never qualified for the Olympics though?
Oh, can I tell you, man? Because we qualify for the CAC games in Puerto Rico 1993. Then we have the Olympic qualify for Atlanta 96 at the time.
Yeah.
But you know, it was so tough, man.
A lot of people were disappointed because they thought that was the best under 23 team that Jamaica had a long time.
Yeah, no joke.
So what happened in the campaign why we never qualified to the 1996 Atlanta Olympics, having qualified for the CAC games 2 years before that?
Right. But you know what, sir, man, is not up, at them time, football at its best, we're up against the Mexican, the Costa Ricans at the time. They were playing magnificent football, not like the present now, at them time there. Yeah, the great one chop and Gonzalez and them, you know what I'm saying? It was, I would never lost that much, That's how we are scoring them, because we have one Andy up there and score, and Nathaniel Barnes and the great Liga Smith. So it's not just that, it does that, they're more professional to because remember them guys are play professional, them have a professional league at the time, We just played at Harborview and at the Marvelly and you name it, So, but even though at that time, sir, man, is them days that our football, watching the great Joe Don and some other great one, the Wappy them and them generally, Sir Hector Wright them and them general. Football at its best. You have to cook your Sunday dinner from Shirley and get a chance to go watch them generally play. You get me?
Yeah. It's that, you know what? I tell you the truth. I was just watching the schoolboy football game with JC and Mona. That JC won 2 goals in it. And I said still, I don't know when all right, I can go back to Charlie Smith teams, the Rossi's team, Cornwall teams, Clarendon College teams, and the kind of football I saw then in schoolboy football. I don't see, maybe I'm missing something or I'm too loyal to the older days, but I don't see that kind of football now.
Right.
I don't see nobody play like Sensei. I don't see nobody play like Socrates Christie.
What man is, mama got me say to all my son them, I say, it's all uno. You think uno gonna make all my D Cup team and make all them team back in them days there. When I pin that roll in the soft, when I parage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we grew up rough.
Was playing for Georges, because your son played for Georges.
Yeah, one play for JC,
yeah.
Champions or whatever champion them be, you know what I'm saying? We never have that opportunity. We never good like that. But football at that time, the best man, you could have pick out a national team from any one of them competition there. No joke. You know?
Yeah, man. Let me give you some more comments. Man, say free school team, the great junglist, aka Progressive Youth.
Yeah. That's the team that got Premier League. That's the first team from Portland that got Premier League.
Okay. Dean Sewell, and then Dean Sewell said that for the coach where say him over track. The gallows.
Oh yeah.
But I need to talk about that. And I'll get into that one. Carlington Grant says, you remember Rockford played Taros in a practice match. I think you give us 6-1. Taros acting like a professional club.
Yeah, I remember. Circle and bless up yourself, my general. Yeah, man. No joke, man. No joke. As I said, sir, man, football at its best. Those are the days. You know what I'm saying? You could have just name it from the Winston Anglin, like him soul rest in peace. Name the qualities footballer. And as I always say now, we're not the best team that qualify for World Cup, Remember the team before that, from the Rajic Reed, man, the Ampleton, the great Joe Donor. You ever see Joe Donor play at man?
You know, I've been to games years ago, but I can't remember because them time I was a little youth, but I remember them boys done. Can remember a big match, when a big baller from boys done all pull down in close on the field, You ever hear about the baller there yet?
You ever know about the great Boomer Hyde? You hear about the great Boomer Hyde?
Yeah.
Hey. Blessing to the Hyde family, because one time my motto was, if you're not baller, if you're not guard them on the yard over Portsmouth, St. Catherine, Them say every baller in the world who claims about football, you have to go through the line. Right. True or false, Two-Face? Them sermons. You book up on every baller from Ernie Spencer to Yo-Yo, you name it, across the board.
Yeah. So you played for Taros, then you moved to Harborview, right? When you left Taros, it was Harborview that you moved to.
Harborview, and then Harborview to Olympic Garden.
Oh yeah, because you went to play with Pepe. You went to play with Pepe.
Great Admiral Bailey. Jump up, everybody jump up.
Wasn't Bob Campbell part of the coaching staff at Olympic when you were there too?
No. Coach Admiral. So that's why we know, man. Oh, you think we know about Sir Admiral and Al Capone, man, him dancer, man. Jump up, one scotch, one burger, man, one beer.
So how Admiral really coach though? How was his coaching?
Legend, man. Legendary, man. Every coach have them rightful ways, you know. Everybody has started them rightful ways, you know, Sir Manning. Yeah, man. Every coach brings something to the table, man. Of their philosophy, what they believe in, and try expand on it for a better growth. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not against no coaches at all, you know. Not even Sir Tapper. What a unfortunate them even let him go, Jaja. But
Yeah,
too
you
late.
the man them see you come
You
on the
know?
thing and everybody start everywhere you're gonna on social media, you know what everybody's saying? Hacker and anything, you know.
But I know Wolves are the truth. You know what I'm saying? That past facts are the Wolves. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
No joke about that. And as I said, I take nothing away from him. You know, but if me in that situation, I step up. If me want to contribute something to the football, I go in the upper head. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, me that scout or something at the time. You know, sometimes we have to just be honest with ourselves, so man, you know. Cause right now, right now, I think the best of me I know, you know, I can run for 30 seconds fast, you know, and that's it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you have to go back champs, go do a 5,000 before you can make the national. Let's talk about your role in this 1998 campaign that you were a very instrumental part until the young general came on board and
Sufferer.
came on board and you know kind of put you on the bench and thing. But tell us about your experience in the 1998 campaign because everybody used to talk about fabulous and Messam, fabulous and Messam, fabulous and Messam.
Yeah, man, it was a great combination. It was a great combination until Two-Face, you know. Forward also, you know.
As well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But tell us about that, man. What was it for you to be a part of that campaign? Some of your experiences, some of the things you really enjoyed in the 1998 campaign, some of the disappointments, and stuff.
And to be honest, there was no disappointed, you know, even though.
Not see your face again. Yeah, you have got. Yeah.
Yeah.
You too, man. Hey. Well, ask Freddie to send some things over there.
Yeah, man. Like Freddie, you have to send some data, bro. Or what, bro? I don't know what going on.
No, man. Look, because your hand, you keep moving the phone up and down. So yeah.
Probably have Alzheimer's. I don't know what going on. Michael J. Fox. I don't know what going on. But anyway.
Yeah. Right. Go ahead.
Yeah.
The 1998 campaign.
Yeah, 1998 campaign. Glorious days. Can I say? Glorious. Beautiful. I think that's one of my best. Otherwise, from football, I think that was one of my best of my career. You know what I'm saying? Going in as I said, me stop a protein. Me never go pro. You know, stop a protein. Me and Dean then we stop a protein. Freddie was the pro then. You know, and the great Paul Young and other generals and Ray, you know, but when we say stop a protein, we are play semi-pro at the time because we are play A-League at the time, you know. And no. As I say, with Rennie Samoy's and it's so funny, you know, Sir Man, you know, say originally I wasn't a left fullback. I Rennie actually convert us, you know, me and Fabulous, you know, because you know Fabulous was also a midfield general.
Midfielder, right? He was a midfielder and got converted.
Yeah.
You're a midfielder, actually?
Yeah, midfield. I never play left back until I got national.
Oh, and I didn't know that. I thought you.
I'm not an original from high school to club football.
Really? Because even when you was talking, Bingy Blair was talking, you're chopping. You're playing midfield.
I never play left back.
I didn't know that.
Never play midfield, man. I saw Rennie the convert us to that, man. Actually, in come in Brazil and say in rear four line of skillful, you know. And I remember one time we were training at Police Club, which is
Ligani.
no, Police Club, police headquarters at JDF. Down Duppy Gate there, that field. Anybody ever
Oh,
play on that field?
yeah.
You know what, drop or fall on that field, because after you up, you have to use a washing brush and scrub, because you gravel, And I remember we practice one morning and Barrett tossed the ball to the left back and I swing it. I just look and I swing it. Make a long diagonal pass. And they must say, well, all right, what do you think about that? I need you to start left back. That's what get me a fabulous there, And then, because remember at the time, you'd have the great Barrington Guinea. I never played with him at the time already, only otherwise from Harvey, but not in the national. So when I get in the national, it was Stephen Malcolm playing left back. And then coach convert me to left back and push Stephen to the midfield before Cargill actually forward in the team, because Cargill was away playing professional.
Yeah, because that's how Gainer came out of the side as well. It was when you emerge at when you and Fabulous emerge at Gainer, Barrington Gainer actually fall out of the team basically.
No man, Sir Barrington was out before, I think he moved abroad. At the time that he was actually the agent for Milton Griffiths, another great footballer. Have anybody hear about the great Bunny Milton Griffiths from Cornwall?
Yeah, man, Cornwall.
Footballer.
Interview him, Bunny Griffith.
Yeah, man. Great baller.
But that's before you pick up. Errol Constantine says, big up.
Yeah, man. Erin from Edwin Allen, another great one.
Yeah,
man. Big up Peba. Yeah, man. Big up legends and big up pick your siders, legends and icons. Bless up.
Yeah, man. Then this person, Danger Man, says, I remember when my prep school coach, the late Andrew Williams, invited him to Stella Maris to speak to us from 98 times. So he's saying respect, for doing that in 98.
Yeah, man. And R.I.P. Sir Andrew Williams, another great midfielder at Harborview. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. And then
Harborview and Cavalier.
Yeah, Cavaliers, right. And then Paul Davis says, big up Gregory used to play ball in Richmond, Virginia back in the days.
Yeah, that's where the protein at, Protein. Yeah, because them they have protein. I don't like maybe them are pro. You will say protein we stop at. Man, hey. But you know what though? I'm happy for Bibi, because you know what? As a little youngster come in and Ray, we embrace him, saying, because of his bravery and what him carried to the team at the time also, with a slight injury. At that time that no joke, anyone could have replaced anyone, Sir Mannings, because of the quality we have them time there and stand by. You get me?
Yeah. All right.
Replace at the time.
Here's a big one. This is Garnet Denton, big skipper at Valet Kickers. Was called to the national team when Jamaica played Norway. He said, bless up, Messam, you boss me with me first.
Yeah, man, can't.
No, this is a codfish.
Codfish, yeah, man, from William Ned. And so to speak,
yeah.
Up against him team tomorrow also, the advanced stage.
Oh,
good luck to that. Yeah.
William Ned. Yeah.
Yeah, because.
But the man say, give him a Lanzira sweatsuit, man. I want him Lanzira.
Yeah, man. That was first official sponsor, man. Otherwise, from Score. Yeah, that's our first sponsorship when Rennie forward, man. That's our first. Because we'd have Score before, because even when we went to the U team, it was Score, and then them can contest that. At one point, we have all sponsored by Reebok. I don't know what to them big official sponsorship there, you know what I'm saying? At one point, we're playing a Reebok.
Okay. So you said the 98 team, that's how you converted down by Doppelgate. You're playing the game. You made a good diagonal. René Simo is converted.
Yeah, him say, well, but talking about that, remember, Dean, Dean wasn't in yet. You know how we make the transition to the senior team, Mr. Manning. It's over to Brazil, we weren't. Brazil and
right. The under 23 team went to Brazil as well.
So we were in the U23 at the time. with the senior players. So we have the players like Winston Anglin, the Hector Wright, you name it, the Anthony Dennis, the Foster brothers, you name it. You know what I'm saying? So so we are playing against Japan, you know, and I'm gonna know what happened. And we played against Japan under 23 first as a curtain raiser, and then when the senior team are about to play, and then we just hear we already so we not the stand actually are watching, and then them say after I didn't know the result with the senior team against at the time, but him just send Coach Brown and say, get Gregory, get Nandi, get get Fabian out, you know. And so man, from we enter that pitch, there's no return.
Hold on,
We
wait a
start
second.
playing big man football.
You are in the stands,
Yeah, we were active because we played the curtain raiser, the under 20 against the Japan under 23 first.
and that game finished. And so
Right.
you change and in the stands.
Actually, we never changed at the time because the game was immediately after. It was like, you know what I'm saying, like an official game. It was a practice game. So we were all there dressed same way, you know. So not that we were on the senior bench, but we just had on standby. You get me?
Oh.
Yeah. So that's when him call up the five of us, you know. And from there, no looking back, Sir Mannings.
Whoa. So that's how you actually got into. So you played in that game. You actually, you Fabian and Anandi actually played in that game.
Yeah, and Daz and Donald Stewart, those were the five that, you know. And on that tour too, at the end of the tour, actually the entire hey, Ronnie was a joke, kind of. Him actually transformed the U23 to play the senior game, and the senior players are play the U23. Because at one point we have Marco Prata play U23. We're like, what? You know, but you know, that's how it is because it take out some of the players them and convert them to the senior team, you know.
Oh, because the U23 players probably in his estimation were better than some of the players in the senior team.
Right, yeah, right. But and to be honest, it wasn't better, you know. Probably we were much fitter and we were hungry and eager for just be amongst the senior player, amongst the other greats, them, you know. So and them actually them embrace it because we got them that teach you like we can remember Hector Wright said to you, General, this is what you have to do, Ray. Just imagine Hector Wright as his status, I talk to you as a little general. Bro, you feel big. You can't make no miss vegetable. every passes and play have to be perfect. You get me?
Yeah. So that's how you broke into the national team, and then from there on, you kind of held your position in the national team.
Yeah, held a position by supporting of other players because at that time there was a lot of love. There was no animosity against no players. It don't matter if what you have a bad year or you get the cheer and you can't do it, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot to talk about it because as I say, with me, I usually full joy the football game, you know. I never serious about nothing. You're gonna get me laugh and Dean and all the players them can up to this day, you know, I keep the band with all of the players them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, hey, yeah, baby, take away your game and yeah, I'm glad him do. Because him teach us professionalism.
You become a pro team, so you're glad.
Yeah, so I'm happy for that, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy for everybody at the time, you know, make the transition and who didn't get them chance and who get them chance, you know.
Because you still, I mean, you still got your chance to go to the World Cup, though you weren't part of the official.
Yeah, and at the time, to be honest, Sir Man, is at the time, you see, what we know now, if we know then, you know, because at the time we just figure less with there and Ray and we have other teams are forward, other groups and scouts, but we never have that mindset there to say, yeah, we just think about, okay, we know that that's it, the end of the road for where that's think about go play back for Club America, in which we get the opportunity to play at MLS. Because I remember one time, Dean can tell you on Butler and Parliament also, I get my chance to playing at the MLS. I know when they get that chance, Sir Manning.
Yeah.
And when the US come to Jamaica now, we play against them. Mark Kobe Jones, Rasta versus, fraud Ras versus original Ras. But tour was fraud Ras.
Who was the fraud,
Yeah.
Ras?
No, Kobe, because he might pork on them thing, them a vegetable, me, I didn't even God damn. That's something, you know what I'm saying? But it was a good game, so me and him up and at with. You know what I'm saying?
You know what Kobe said? Kobe said only
Yeah.
go eat bush, brother.
But you know what I'm saying? So instead of Kobe, we are worried about Kobe, Corey. We are worried about me, you know what I'm saying? So I get the chance. So I get the chance. Dallas.
FC Dallas.
Right. It wasn't FC, it was Dallas at the time, Dallas Burns at the time, After that excellent game, they asked me forward up via trial and Ray. And that's when the time when Rennie decided said, no, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you do play overseas and Ray. Because when
Hold on. I mean, because we have slowed down on the one. The coach at that time said no, you couldn't go on the trials.
Yeah, because remember at the time, we have the adopted program. He want everybody together, That's how we become together as one, at the time, He didn't want nobody to play a professional. So at the time, him trying best. So if the clubs are getting $1 million, I'm trying to pay close to it at the time, And I never refuse it because you know what? But they're amongst a great group of guys. You know what I'm saying? We're like brothers. Opportunity forward and then we say, okay, then with a group here, we still can expand and go further more. You know what I'm saying? Because look at that big end up. We work up, get a contract, other players and everybody move across the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he didn't. But can I tell you also, when I was at Colorado Foxes too also, and I have to terminate that contract also, me, Walter, and them guys. That's how the other program come in, you know what I'm saying? Because
also when Walter Boyd actually came back to Jamaica, when he had to give up his contract, you were on that Colorado.
Yeah, I was on that. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah, man. So you give up your contract as well?
Yeah. We just play to get to in that band of players.
Sacrifices you guys made, and I don't think people realize because most of the players who were playing in the States made sacrifice. Now, Walter Boyd,
right?
You, Paul Young,
Fabian Davis, Paul Young,
Butler,
yeah,
Andy
Williams, yeah.
It's true, when they realize like these people have to give up contract, give up school.
Yeah,
just
because a lot of people,
team. People don't know that.
And a lot of people don't know someone play for Colorado Foxes.
But what was that like, though? What was that like? Because he had gone to Colorado even before and played in the high altitude and stuff. What was it like now going there and playing with a Walter Boyd in the pro league over there in the United States?
Yeah, but remember, we get the 5 love before me signing. That's why I signed the great London also signed me afterwards. That probably because of him say like something in me. Decide,
Oh, you signed the 5 love.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So that's how we end up. Man. I play 2 seasons with Sir Lord, man. I'm there from under 23. From my under 23 stunt, I'm at Colorado. So when
we there, you're playing midfield.
Yeah, midfield.
Oh, and Walter Boyd. I mean, so did Walter Boyd help your cause? Did you give him a lot of assists? Over there.
Yeah, man, Walter at his best, man. Hey, some great sometimes, you saw a little general in him. Sir Juvenile, AK, Rick Ross. Bless up in the legend. Yeah, man, Leroy Minor, General. Lickland Talawa as an ex-Wayne Palmer, that, dangerous general,
Leroy Minor.
Yeah, Juvenile, man. Them general, man. When Shank gash, man, you have to take with yourself, man. But
he was with you guys too?
No, he was at Rochester Rhinos.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Which they were the second big club alongside Colorado Foxes and Montreal Impact. Those were the team. And then they also have a team. And we all have great players. The great linebacker was at Montreal time, and the same Gene Arbor, we eventually come play for Violet Kickers were also from Montreal, Impacts in Canada.
Okay, well, listen, it's amazing because you guys gave up, like I say, a lot of you gave up things that you couldn't go back to. At the end of the day,
Right, right.
after 1998, it's not like those opportunities you could go and pick them back up, right? Maybe
Right,
other,
right, right.
but those
You
things,
could, you could, but as so we never have nobody to represent us at the time.
right? 'Cause you never had agents at that time.
Yeah. The things that what we know now and see, if it was now, oh hell yes, we're all play man. All Dean La play for all Barcelona. Right, Two Face?
All right, let me get some more. Get some more of the comments them so you can see. Danger Man says, Lanzira at the Jersey brand will qualify for 98. Shame on you, man. Don't take it so serious, Danger Man. That trouble we are giving, man. The easy.
Yeah, man, it was Lanzira indeed, man, then Kappa.
Um,
Actually it was Kappa. Well, the brand merged. Because Lanzira merged to Kappa.
right. Let me get this one first. Do you remember roots from your days at Portmore Corner League? Somebody asking me, you remember roots from your days in the Portmore Corner League?
Man, we are someone that play field, yeah, make Roots tell them, man, are skillful, man, because anything you go on a gully bank, man. It was a football and a cliff, bro.
You're
Yeah,
out of the field, you're gone.
Yeah, man, them can't tell you, man, a little stream run there, man. No joke, man. Serious football play, man.
Then it says Gregory and Lowe used to come over during the week and we cook and eat and play dominoes and cards. This is Paul Davis. I think this is Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah,
person.
yeah. Yeah, man. Me have some history down Andy, Hey, Nandi, bless him, bro. Anyway, there, bro. Bless him, bro.
Yeah. Football Farmia says Rene wanted to block anyone who was in the US or in a low level European league and told them to stay, which is told them to stay in Jamaica. And then I see Anthony McCreate was at Colorado as well.
Yes, yeah. Wule Harris was also there.
Yeah. And then I see Chris Lynch asking what's happening with Messam Jr. No ball?
Another story that now. Going through a lot because of injury. I just hope now him just go through a major surgery. So now hopefully next season he will be up and running, it's all been well,
Which one though you're talking?
Georges Junior.
Okay.
The big one. Get the opportunity, but him decides if you call it a day and him have other things up him, more like hitting the corporate world,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then Devon Porter said, Gregory, how was your time in Canada, Toronto Lynx? What you play at Centennial Stadium. What do you remember about playing there?
Yeah, man, great. Those are the days, man. Great in Canada, man. Canada. That's when I leave and go to Toronto Lynx.
When you left Colorado?
No, when I left Colorado, then after World Cup, I signed with Richmond Kickers in Virginia. A league at the time also.
Oh right, Richmond, Virginia. That was A league.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And Dean got Colorado Charleston Battery.
Right. And then that is where you left.
I think Parlin was at Rochester Rhinos also with Juvenile and them afterwards, after the World Cup.
Okay. So going to the World Cup, really, I mean, though you had to give up a contract before, it really, I mean, it wasn't that bad because you were able to get back a contract at the end of the World Cup.
Right. That's what I said. And there were other opportunities out that knowing because at the time Reggae Boys was an also name in the world. At one time we had tour after 6 months we had tour, become the best move in 1995. So we're doing great. So we're marketing ourselves, you get me? And there's a lot, man, because there's a lot of great players come and go through the system, because of politics, because we have politics, there was politics at the time in our national program.
Because I know, I was talking to Gaddafi and he said that he should have gone to the World Cup. And you understand me? He felt like he should have gone to the World Cup. It wasn't based on performance. He felt same thing with Altiman Butler, same thing with Paul Young. some of these guys, it wasn't because of their quality why they didn't go to the World Cup. Yeah,
Also,
understand?
I have other players who can call well, the Chris Zady also, Fabian Davis, you name it. And the list goes on and on. Because at the end of the day, you know, the squad are two. We'd have at the time when we qualify, we need to carry two squads because we have great players.
Yeah, but some of these guys never go on any of the squads. Like, because I remember, let me give you like Gaddafi said that they called him, like he was called to go as part of the seven extra event, and he said no.
The delegation, yeah. But,
he said, man, me supposed to be that.
yeah, but God, I wouldn't have even want to go into the story now because I've been threatened. If I need to go, I wouldn't get my World Cup purse money if I didn't go because actually at them time the Jody and Maxwell win spelling bee and I was offering my trip to her.
You didn't want you wanted to give the money to her instead.
No, my trip to France instead. But I was threatening if I didn't go, I wouldn't get a qualifying money, which that's another story, It reduced from one base to another to that to that. So man, there's a lot of things happening at this World Cup here because at the time we weren't that
so you didn't sign a contract like how much you were supposed to get?
No, this is after we qualify now and the World Cup money now, the purse money itself,
right. Oh no, so you never had there was no contract in terms of what the players were supposed to get out of the purse money.
We never had a contract, but we just talk about it and we'll come to agreement with everyone for a figure and Ray and by we go World Cup it reduced because at the end of the day the great captain, make him soul rest in peace, at the time when the amount of things that come up and reduction in which we need to know because accommodation, this, that come out at our money just drop gradually.
At that time, your guys had many, I would say a lot. You had like the Paul Young around, you had Altiman Butler, you had Dean Sewell, you had Andy Williams. I mean, and many others who were in college and gone through. And so how?
Yeah, but so now that's why them get rid of them. They too smart for that for the program. We don't need them smart generally. Yeah.
Yes, they get rid of the smart one. They would have negotiated.
Get rid of the smart one, of course, and them can't tell it's no joke. Hey, a man is an import. Hey, all up to this day, a lot of people talk about Nandi get this money and Pearl get this money and it caused a problem and Ray but to me it was no problem because you know what man is, to be honest, everybody get a chance to negotiate, It's only that a group of players just decide whether them offer was good enough and to Nandi and Pearl it wasn't, so they make them own negotiation. You can't blame them. You know what I'm saying?
Because you could have gone and said you wanted X amount and next player
exactly. Either them agree or disagree. You know what I'm saying? But them give you a substantial figure. We say, all right, that's okay. At the time, it was good, it helpful, and it has stop a whole navy because them time they have gap. I want to deal with gap. So it was a stop. You get me? So
which is true because if I am getting $10 and you give me 100, then I can say, I'm gonna accept that. But the man we are get 100 now. He might go say we want 200. You understand?
Right. So you get a chance to negotiate, and then decide because we don't know who was them advisor, but them advise well because we never think about that. Them just come with a package to we majority accept it, and them two decide not to and make them own negotiation. You get me? And them come out a winner. But the only thing that what make it more confusing was that when the figure reveal, it's like, huh? You get me? But that's that history,
Yeah, man. Let's get some more comments in. Yeah, man. Respect Christopher Carroll, who says, "Sir, man, I want to salute you for the amazing job you're doing to help us relive the memory, I believe." Yeah, man. Bless up. Says Roots was a big baller at St. Thomas those days. Somebody says, "True words, Chris. Man really bringing back memories of the great players." See if I have any more.
Yeah, we're appreciative of that, man. No joke, man.
Dean Sewell says with that Rene wanted because he's them first. More familiar with what Rene wanted because he's them first. Not sure.
Right.
I'm not sure understand. Somebody saying that God Peterkin was a part of that 7 and Chris does as well. Yeah.
No, no, God wasn't a part of the seven. The seven was Paul T. Got Davis, Cornell Chingston, Winston Griffiths, Fanna Griffiths, Flavia, rest in peace. You know, Clifton Waugh, Donald Stewart, myself, Chippy McDonald. So those were the seven that chose, you know.
Yeah, because other, like they said that like Gaddafi said he chose not to go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sir Desmond this side, you know, but you know, we have there's a lot to talk about. As well, so we not dwell upon the past, you know. So we
Yeah,
just, you
yeah.
know, because it's still, you know, just that you don't want the world to know, but nah.
But what I want to ask you, because you'd have gone through that experience and you are the son at St. George's now. And I mean, very good footballer. How did you know use some of your experience to probably
Guide
prepare
him.
his career? No, well, like even with his own career, not just trainer, because he was a part of a very good George's team, a very good player, and you'd have
Mhm.
understand some of the problems in terms of negotiating contracts. I mean, were you instrumental now in even his own
Yeah, of
um
course, of course, of course. And if and with help of like a Dean or a Paul or even a Freddie Butler, you know, we think what is what because we're like brothers, you know, on a daily basis. We talk, you know, not just because as we say, the entire team too. Because now me can, to be honest, I've ever all of the former national player, farmer who me never play with or who never Joe down and I can contact him and Ray. And we reason football and a whole. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the present and the past just as how you invite me on the program to talk about. You get me? We all have them discussion here on and off, you know,
so
on
tell
a
me about
regular
the
basis.
present now. I mean, present state of football. What are your thoughts on football in Jamaica? Talking about high school football. Like I said, that today I watched the Manning Cup quarterfinal stage. I didn't watch the entire first game, but I got the JC Mona game, and JC is one of they say one of the favorites, and Mona they say is a good team. I don't know at the quality of the game. I can go back to like games like I could go back to a Russies and a Carnival game and say that
Mhm.
the kind of play there when Cuphead was playing and
Oh, Daniel, the great
yeah,
Daniel Ricketts. Yeah, man,
that,
the next general. It was part of the setup too, you know. What
exactly.
with us too, you know. Yeah, man.
When
The
Daniel
Ricketts brothers.
went against Android Car and Fogarty and them thing that like this game, nothing compared to it. When I look at Ted Wright Jones playing schoolboy football, I mean, when I go back to the
Hey,
Carnage Stinson, the Byron, like
yeah,
to
yeah,
me,
man. The Herbert Richards and them general, the Chris
yeah.
Tyus and you name it.
So what are your thoughts now? I mean, on the present state of football in Jamaica. Your son has gone through the high school system as well. What are your thoughts on the whole Manning Cup, the Costa Cup, and then what needs to be done in your opinion to lift the levels so we can continually qualify for a World Cup?
Ah, Sermons, to be honest, can I tell you, the whole football dimension change, you know. Because if you even reason and rap with some of them general, them new general, you tell them first, them look and you say, that was in your time, now different, you know, which it is different because as Bibi, as I listen to Bibi, a lot of them think professional and them, them not think about the basic about it. It's just as you say, in your community, you're the best footballer to them, you know, you're the best, you know. But when you're up against the Central Americans and Ray, you look like an amateur. You get me? So
Yeah,
you being a former player and Ray, you might have said something to a youth now present and he won't listen to you because he figure let's say you're old boy like this man. So what you can tell me and Ray. You know what I'm saying and stuff like that. But the football of Jamaica, we need a lot, bro. We need a lot, even though I'm not use the word, bro. But we need a lot. Because first when we qualify, we think so our football with a just reach our higher eyes, but it become ground zero, you know, because instead of grassroots, we start from a building, we buy a building, in it. Yeah, man. So we are start. So Jamaica start from the top when normally everybody start from the root, innit? You know. So
yeah,
reach at the stem and the branches them before and bypass the root, you know. So I don't know. And I listen to some of the interview where you say some people say the need for come back, come this and come back. It will take a lot, you know, because you need we need the resources, you need private sector involved. And private sector now get involved if them now make a profit for whatever they them putting in. You get me? So it will take a lot. You know, I don't know if we can save our football now, you know what I'm saying? So for the general them who talented as well, if you can get them out early, exposure to the overseas club or academies, which we suffer rather now with little check. You know what I'm saying? Now my advice to a general who have a son who have potential, if you can get him overseas, it's sad to say, you know, we now have that structure there in Jamaica, we can say, all right, then I could get him in on this. I say, what that club name in St. Anne's, Tush in the Bush?
Yeah, yes. Mount
Yeah,
Pleasant. In the bush.
right, right. I try a little thing, but I don't know if that will help right now, already, because to be honest, I tell you already, even my son, them, when I see them play Manning Cup and Ray, even I haven't seen, and not because of my son, I remember the best game I ever see, actually played that even fully stadium to full capacity is when JC and Georges, the Flow Cup. You remember that Flow Cup where
Flow Cup,
Georges win 3-0?
Yeah.
You know, every day me and them at it and Ray, as old as me be, I'm telling me, I said, listen, and Ray, I want to play football now, not just easy, you know, right? Oh, yeah, I'm the Papa, me at the Ronaldinho and Ray, but you know, all the general trainer Ray, and as we say, we just sit down and we play PlayStation and figure, let's say, we reach. Nah, bro. No, but as I said again, man, if me go and we talk to them little youth and Ray, God bless Ranks. Ranks, you can talk to Ranks and him listen. Him always a try and bell, which is Craig Butler's son, Leon Bailey. Because no people know me now, Chippy or Ranks, you know what I'm saying? A good friend of my little son and Ray. So we're up on our days and Ray, you know what I'm saying? And it's good, you know, where I'm at as in the sacrifice where I make, you know.
But you're saying some of these youngsters now, even if you were to go to them, they wouldn't even listen to you.
Yeah, somewhat. I'm not saying all, you know,
All
but
of them, yeah.
yeah, some would, you know what I'm saying?
I
Because
think it was.
sometimes them body language alone, you know, I say, you know, where am I go? You know, I want to hear me now, I want to read, you know what I'm saying? While some will listen, you know, I guess probably Jabba Watson can teach them and say, because don't get me wrong, you know, with a kind of good football on time, but you have to know when to hang it up, bro. Them bone they can't set in, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, get it up, bro. Yeah, man. Because me to be honest, you know, if I'll coach stop, I'll call me now and say, you know, say, you good to master? We expect if you come to, bro. At this stage, them little, bro, is like a Tesla against a Mitsubishi Lancer, bro. Yeah, bro, you just football's on to a different net, bro.
You know,
man.
because I think it was Freddie who said it to me that the agent Kevin Cohen. I'm not sure which one of the two, but one of them was saying that. Oh, you feel good and still there. You can't say you're a big baller and still you're Jamaica. That things are together. If you play a big baller and you in Jamaica, something is wrong with you because you're a big
definitely.
baller. Yeah, you cannot be here. And I think this is what the youngsters need to know.
Big in their mind, you know, or them thinking, you know. And it's good to think big too, but you actually have to perform. You know?
Yeah. And then I see Claudia saying, man, Gregory said that Hakan anything before so what is it? No, because she's saying that you said it and it happened. Any word of prophecy?
Well, Sermon in Sam the prophet, you know, but it was just a guess and tell, you know, because of the philosophy of my brother, Coach Sir Kojo, Coach Tapa. Because the real fact, where the center dismiss him now at this stage of the whole competition, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, blessing to Paul, always, you know, as the interim coach, as the assistant and a farmer, you know the system already. We just hope not, and you know, how that go again, you know, bro. Because as a coach, I always say, you know, hey, not because my coach and me your friend, you know, and your son play jacks, you know, you go say, come and train and I expect you to make the team. Nah, it not gonna happen. So I guess with the stage, because I still believe we can qualify. It's much easier, you know, Sir Manning. Who watching the whole? Just look for the last World Cup campaign. We could have qualified now. We easily qualify. We always going to the final round. Either we're leading or by second or somewhere along the line and we just falter in the mids. You get me?
Yeah.
So something wrong along the line because remember, the Mexico is not the Mexico like in our time. The Costa Rica is not. The Honduras, them are rare, you know? So we can beat them. We can beat with Spanish counterpart for them games that we have left for Jamaica, you know?
So you still believe it is possible for
We
us
still, if just do mathematically, do the calculation and with, you know? But then again, I say, right now, how to rate the footballer go like a Mexico and Jamaica go play for the playoff because the other three team them are show great football playing, which is Canada, Panama, and America. You know America at that time. And so if them can't win, you know, them are gonna buy them way in, you know. Me and you know that. You know? But them can put out any level out there and them level they come out and they might not be talented like we are Ray, but what? Them a win. Them do every mean necessary for win. Them a go win. You know?
Yeah. I see Chris Simit saying, Gregory, you remember Buster from Galaxy?
Yeah, man, from Lennon. Actually from Lennon. I also remember I mentioning
Right.
sure
Yeah,
with the D Cup days.
you played for Galaxy.
No.
You didn't. It's just Olympic and Taros and Harborview.
And Arnett.
Oh yeah, I think Arnett was your last club.
Yeah, Arnett, yeah.
Okay. All right.
But them generally a good player, man, as me tell you, man. From Zone C at the time, you know, Boston and ex general rest in peace, Cyril in past recently. But you know, up against man, the Sprite, them, the Dougal, the name them man, the Trevor Whittick them from Edinal and the Andrew Brown, you know, me I tell you the Michael Stedman, the Howard Trout, them generally was great football another time and with Ted Wright Jones, you name it, bro. The Devon Shan, the Devon Morris, one of the tallest goalkeeper, you know, out of Clarendon at the time, you know, Nachi, Jimmy Catfather, you name it, man.
It's Dean Sewell saying that the only contract there was muscle contract.
Yeah, at the time, yeah, I know it reach a wrinkle. All right, you know, and that we are tell all Akai be careful. In pull a fatty, might pull a wrinkle.
I think he's talking about the contract with the World Cup thing.
Yeah, yeah, it was almost a contract. Yeah. But as I said, it's even though it's not a gap. As I'm saying, it's not, you know what I'm saying? After them time the ceremonies, them time them money they enough to it. No joke. Because remember, so we never had another alternative at the time. You get me?
Yeah, so you had to just take what you get, basically.
And at the time, you play for the love of the game. No, that not work. Love of the game can't right now. Cost of living get high. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, and Dean is saying it. Dean said that you guys just never stood up as a group. And I think that is what
of course.
And Paul said that when the decision was made with them, like everybody, like the rest of the group never, like, are the people who were supposed to talk, are the group. Yeah, so that's what happened.
Of course, we never together. Everybody was scared if they say something, they will get omitted. And that was true because even also, no, everybody I make it look as Coach Rene was a saint, you know, man. The man was, that general was vindictive, you know, man. I tell you, you know, that Jesus safe. A whole heap of things happen, you know. Because some players, as myself, get dismissed from the team. I wonder why, and, you know, and stuff, and people and why. But as I say, sir, man, it don't make sense, it's that because that's history, you know what I mean? I want to dwell upon the past, you know what I'm saying? Because it can't help no one way. Well, you know what I'm saying? So when I talk about it, you get me?
I think what has happened though is that, and a lot of people realize, even recently there was a standoff with this current group of players. I think a couple of years ago, our major standoff, which included Anandi's son. And you can understand why that would happen, because given how things had been in the past, a lot of these players, like when you have players whose fathers or relatives
Chulups.
Yeah, you can realize why they would come out so adamant. And people may look at it and say, boy, why they acting like that. But given what his own father had gone through, it was a
Yeah,
very important position. That
and that's the work of the administration. You get me? We I think it is that much better and rate. Cause when the year all being there say him get $1 and Wayne Palmer then get 50 cents. I say, oh, what? And I mean like up to lately we usually get $20 up to the same thing like the same thing. So I say,
oh, right, you used to get $20 for per diem. Right.
Yeah.
In the campaign, a lot of people don't know that it's $20 a day you used to get for per diem.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And Dean and him friend usually take on my one because in trick with Andy I play card pack when I know. So then influence we get to involve and then we have to hand over our per day. As we get to envelope, we're in the arrears, so we have to hand it.
You see, Las Vegas.
Yeah, Las Vegas, man. But you know what? To that though, that actually build the whole team, build the vibes, everybody in as as Dean said, it's just that the day and the time when we come together to say, listen, we're gonna stand up, everybody just play our deaf ears and I'm blind to all the thing, Because I mean, well, as I said at the time, players I look out for themselves, even though we're together at the time when you hear them come, hey, we're together, you only understand how we fight for each other, yeah. But when it comes to that decision, everybody ready because Paul them get up. We want to qualify and ready. You see Dean go World Cup, him get a game? No. Andy, him get a game? No. Because of personal reasons.
Yeah, because Andy said he played in the first game.
Right, but Dean haven't graced the pitch.
And they never play again. Walter Boyd didn't play. Did Walter Boyd play? I think he came on. I'm certain.
He never play. Nandi play too. Oh God. Nandi, you need to get on the program again, tell you what happened. Because to support Argentina, that was a key factor in him not doing well with the coach. As I said, there's a lot, man, because this coach was he at one point he does believe he have the tools, him have the material, but him is the man. You know what I'm saying? You get me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Christopher Wright says, ask Messam if the roster that coaching Edwin Allen is a former player.
Yeah, Tafari Burton. Yeah, he's also a player. In my time, he just entered the school and participated in a few training sessions. But they are youngsters, I'm much older than them. But yeah, he was at school when I was there.
Keep in touch with the Edwin Allen school, man. Look like you still support the program there.
That's why we have a group we call PIBA, we just form a non-profit organization which is doing well, and we're helping the team now presently. That's why we're actually doing so well. So now we don't know if we can get past Codfish and the great Hugo Boss team tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Because William Niver from the great Hugo, Hugo's an A team and but yeah, man, we have a great thing going with PIBA, with the former players and from our time from 85. That's why I mentioned like the Trevor Whittick, the Buppy, the Bird, the Paul Bamaram and those guys, you know what I'm saying? We have something good going, for the present team going forward, and try our best, whatever we can do to help, Whenever the closest I think, and we never been into a Dakar Cup final. The closest we go is semi-final.
Okay.
And when we go up against the great Herbert Morris, we are talking about the great Keith, Badass Tomlinson, and them general. You get me? So you know football at its best again. That's why you hear the stress on it. Football at its best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Football at its best.
Christopher Wright, he said he looked like the Rasta who played with half a cow and Muslim them. Them the name they know, I don't even know. Is a man named half a cow from Edwin Allen? What kind of name them, man?
I never come across the name there, but probably after me though,
Yeah.
Because my school was a school that usually like when teacher Hyde and the great back them up play at 19 love, my school usually receive, Yeah, man, on 20 and them like something there. So the other day when them get the chance, Claude Mackey, I guess Claude Mackey play 10-1-1. So to prevent that, get that score. But yeah, man. But blessing to people, man. We are look forward towards it, and as I've said, we can do it in our football as Freddie Butler. So with a autopilot, but wish them all the best, man. And and we are here. We hear people ask, "Oh, not get involved and read the federation now, bro. The federation, I know what they're doing, bro. It starts from there. If them are the force behind it, so the success of the team can't be afraid. And to be honest, as I say too, just not get time with these players to train them. Does he? No. 2 or 3 days, how can you form a team in that short span of time? In get a chance.
You're right, because I'm thinking like there are so many of you guys. I mean, and I've not spoken to one of you who had any reservations about helping Jamaica's football. And the question is why hasn't that been done? And what I'd love to see though, Gregory, talking to Freddie and all of you guys, one of the things I'd love to see is that maybe there needs to be a farmer players union where you guys can, if maybe not all of you, if 30 of you can be of one mind and say, listen,
Right.
let's put some things together. I believe that you guys can change things in teams that structurally in the football because people support you. That you guys are very credibly, in terms of your work in Jamaica. You're already helping schools and helping other Jamaicans. And
Right.
I think that's something that needs to be looked at. How can farmer players, like last night, Freddie and I were talking, and he's saying that, listen, if the players can come together, there can be a Hall of Fame. There can be a thing where when a man who have 25 cap, a 50 cap group, a 70 cap group, a 100 cap group, and those things, those are things if you all come together. Because the thing is that all you guys are playing together. Some league in the States want to play some ball together. Everybody's still talking. It's just to have that.
Yeah, and we have groups, because as also we have pick your side with we consist of Farmer National, Manning Cup, National, and say, bless up, pick your side. Blessing, Sharp Balls, Surf Ball and Jones, Bobby, blessings, to all of the great ones and legends, them, man. Yeah, man, we have that as also we just need to come together, as I say, and it's gonna take a lot. It's not gonna be a overnight thing. We still have we daily life to think about and read, and whatever we're gonna do, it have to become our job. You get me?
Yeah, but they said that the more hands make the work lighter, And I'm saying that if we can put together, if there can be a group of 60 farmer players with who can meet and say, listen, let us look at 5 things that we can do to change how things operate. And put out that I just feel like something like that could work. Because
of course,
it's when people hear your voice, I can tell you this. It has influence. Same thing with Pepe, same thing with Bibi. I can
Bibi,
go
Fuller,
full.
Ricardo, you name it.
When Hector Wright speak in the West, people listen.
Yeah, man. Paul D. got Davis, you name, and the list go on and on.
Yeah, man. When Elder Map,
Joe doing of them, man. The Elder Map.
When Fedam up talking St. and people listen. When you go down Froman, Westmoreland, and the Donald Hewitt and the Palawan,
and Palawan to them, man. And the great Agla. The corporate listen, Roderick Reed, as I said, I talk to them players, the Roderick Reed, them, we have a group, the Lord Donaldson, the Puppy Dog, them, you know what I'm saying? Let's go, try Pepsi Pina, you name it, them great ones. You know what I'm saying? And we have Trevor Whittaker, Buppy, as I said, them go to the football to the highest level, and the great Lenky Rye and Father Blacks. Bless up yourself for the general. Come on, I listen to the program, Salute to the general, them, man. Piba for life.
Yeah, man. I see a lot of things coming in. So let me just see if I can get some more of them. But let me get this one right here. Chris Smith is ask Gregory what he thinks about Paul Hall coaching the team. I think you responded to that already, but what are your thoughts on Paul Hall coaching the team? I know you.
Paul Hall, of course, Paul can't angry. Because, I mean, like, he was there. If he wasn't good enough, wouldn't he get the job to be assistant tapper? No, he must have something bring to the table. And I mean, like, knowing Paul, great general, you know, and if him call out for us to help too, and rate the much we can do, of course. Because as bad as then can I tell you, all three players communicate, you know, me, Dion, and Fitzroy also, you know, them
Yeah.
up for at any given time for the help, you know what I'm saying? And as if as sermon is as you put it there, each one of we can be. One of us can be scout, somebody can be the physical trainer, somebody somewhere along the line we can farm that body, you know what I'm saying? And because remember coaching is not one person, you know. You get me?
That's what I'm saying.
And you know,
Exactly.
it's not one person you know. Every position actually have 2 or 3 coaches now, you know. So
Yeah, man.
yeah, you know.
The
But
truth. All of us can add something. You understand me? I think about and then a lot of the guys, a lot of the former players, and I keep saying this, a lot of the former players, you know what is strange? A lot of the former players are developing talent elsewhere, you know,
yeah, of course.
and making other
Yeah, of
players.
course.
Um,
Yeah.
I'll give you a good one, right? There is I'm not going to call, but this is actually something that happened, Sir Gregory. Ultimate Freddie Butler called a person who is in charge of one of the youth teams in Jamaica. And
Right.
Ultimate Freddie Butler, who helped in the development of Mason Mount, said to
Right.
him, I have a player who can be a part of the Jamaica youth team. You know what the person said to him? Send me the videos.
What?
So I'm thinking like when certain person call and tell you things, you don't need no video.
Right, because that's good recommendation because I'm aware of prayer because
Exactly.
you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
Exactly my
I've
point.
got but you have other coach, you have the great the Tigo from the New York, you have Brian Wallace, them big coaches also doing well of developing younger generation, you know what I'm saying? Give them a chance. We need to get, as I say, as a group, we need to come together. And as you know, I'm gonna say it not gonna be overnight, and because we still have other engagement to it involved because right now is a different life enough of us, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise from football, because there's a different life after football.
Yeah, but what I'm saying though, Gregory, is that if you call any one of the coaches at the under 17, under 20, under 23 and say, hey, I've been working with this youngster. I hear you're having a camp. I want him to join it. Because you're a former national player, I don't think it should be like I've got to test out your knowledge because I need to see the player to see if the player is good. No, I mean certain you understand me? I just think like
Yeah, but to be fair, some coaches not gonna really cause Altman or Gregory are gonna take ears and Ray because sometimes ego get the best of it. You know what I'm saying? So they like, oh well, nah, no man, now we have some man, I already have all some of them are gonna refuse to. You're lucky all him say have a tape. Somebody tell us say, no man, we have we, we
we
never
have
squad
enough.
of 20 great yeah, we don't need you know what I'm saying? And you know, we know oh that one person that could have make a big difference, you know?
Yeah. As a coach Minzy from the coaches that's asking about your son. No, he said that he had a surgery or an operation.
Yeah, major yeah. Him just replace hernia fifth disc. So, you know, hopefully next year you know, we can get him up in the full of recovery now. So let's hope, you know, we can continue on the way, you know, and hope for the best. I want to tell, I mean I love to see all of mine fam. It's so you know, proud me is to see Damian Low as a former player, brother, and I keep it up, skip on the team, and you know, and a great friend of all, Andre Blake, and also, you know, and then because generally we rap with them and we reason with them, you know. Yeah, man, I'm so proud of them, man. No joke, man. Proud of the present team, man. So, uh, yeah, and Maggie, bro, your talent is uncountable, general. Yeah, man. Just continue work, man, and focus, man, and do the right thing, man. What them say they want to see you do, tackle and Ray, do it, man. If that will make you great, do it, bro. Yeah, man. Do
Yeah.
it, my little general. Yeah, man, because we see in action, you know. Yeah, man. So, you know,
Let me
we
answer.
need one of them.
let me answer. Sorry, Greg. Let me answer Sefton Sterling. Listen, there are certain people when they tell you that they're recommending somebody, you don't need to see no tapes. You need to see the player. I will not take recommendation. I cannot be running the national team and Pep Guardiola call me from Manchester City and say he has a 17-year-old to send to Jamaica to play. And I tell him that, hey, Pep, no, man, send tape first, make me see him. You don't take everybody. When certain persons tell you about a player, you have to take that because they are further up the coaching ladder than you are, and they have produced good results. You take the recommendation. Of course, yeah, for some players.
Of course.
Like if me call, you can do that. If me call, you have to tell me to send tape. But if Freddie Butler and them man who in the system develop so many players, work with so many clubs, send a youth to you, obviously he knows what is. He has been a part of the Jamaica youth setup as well.
Right. And a big gaffer. Him also a big gaffer. But someone is, but we have a lot of players who could have recommended, as we said, it's just the time span and rate if you get them already. Because you have a next little player, Romeo Sparks, want to argue. You need them general and get back. Even all Matax, you need them general back in and they make Miss Vegetable. Bro, there's a chance, man, to make correction, man. Get them general back in the program. You get me? Because everybody deserve a chance. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? That was a good thing with Rennie, He gave everybody a chance, even from the Chicken Back League. Everybody a chance.
Yeah.
Everybody welfare. If you make it, you make it. If you don't, next. You know what I'm saying? But you have some players out there, man. We are playing at some leagues all over the world. We're not gonna say, because Gregory said you feel but and then you can decide if he can fit in your program, if he can help the locals or whosoever you have on board. You get me?
Yeah. See there, man. Yeah, man. And Andy played one, Walter played two, Nandi played two. What I'm saying though is that Andy shared this story that when he came on and complained about him did for start. He said the coach said, no more game for the rest of the World Cup.
Yeah, man. And even before that, the coach have issues with Andy, man.
Yeah. The man said no more game. The man said just come on from that. He not touch the field again. Just because the man said start. I tell you.
Just like that, man. No joke, man. If everybody for really talk the real thing about this generally, bro, you're not surprised. No joke. I just say some of the players them are old back because of the past. I want to dwell in the past.
Yeah, and then respect. I mean, at the end of the day, you may not like everything, but accomplishment is accomplishment.
Of course. You have to give that to him no matter what you take it away.
Yeah.
Because as I say, we're destined to qualify at the time, bro. No joke. Because when you see all the team before us, me I tell you the Roger Reed, them the Joe Dona, them General, the Hector Wright, them already Winston Anglin at them time, man.
We're not seeing them,
bro. Yeah, me I say them players that we weren't the best team that qualify because me say, in my view, me say general upon general, bro. You ever say I'll agree with Freddie Butler? Hey, me and Freddie knock up some ball all when if you ask a question who you love to play with, me I gotta tell you.
You some of ask the question then because
because there's so many. That's what I'm saying. But you can point out a few, you know what I'm saying, where you know if you're a fuck, But everybody help along the way.
Answer. Tell me who you love to play with, and then I also want to tell me some of the forwards that you play in Jamaica that anytime you go up against them give you a hard time.
So Butler, you Blair, play one general play against them, man. Chris Diaz. You never watch the cartoon Roadrunner. Them general does rain and does pint, And no matter if you're the position and wait for the ball and still run past, how quick he was, Them general, Yeah, man, and Michael, Jim Graham, Dandy, Dangerous General, King Earl, Delton Shelton, Judge. There are so many, man. I tell you, man, you may say football at its best them time, man. Bro, so man is remember, you know, you just said, you know, Manning Cup and D Cup. Remember them time they could have just go one school and pick a starting 11, you know, and represent, you know, true or
Yeah.
false.
Serious thing. Serious thing.
That's all
Yeah.
good. Now you have to search your little general now. Let me see if him good or you know what I'm saying? When you look on a Charles Smith, the Woolmans, the Georges, the KC, you name it, the Russies, them, you could have picked that level there. Eventually, most of them move on and play national and juvenile at the time because they're that good. You know what I'm saying?
Jai
Them right
says,
away ways.
Aldi and Jai done say, up top, me general, good looking, me
Yeah,
general.
man, Jaja. Our next great one there. Our next great one that's just speak, bro. Done blessing brother and them little brother O'Neal done.
Yes,
Former national them also.
because only
Blessings.
played with you at the Olympic.
Yeah, man. Olympic and Arnett. All right, man.
And
Blessing,
Jai
man.
played with you
Former
at
national.
Taros. Because Jai was at
Ah,
Taros. Or you did leave them time. Maybe you left Taros at that time.
yeah, man. I leave them time there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
man. But
who you love to play with now? Because I see somebody said back in them days he loved to play with Fabulous Fabian. Who are some of the players you love to play with? He was saying he
yeah,
loved
man. Fabulous and Nandi, and because I one of the main reasons Dean to and Ref up against Dean. Dean was a tough candidate when I play because you know, because generally this general him not play with passion and play with star happily, you know. Them generally play and hurt himself, you know, the football was it, you know, man. And the same great Trevor Lamb to Puny, Ratty from out of Harborview. Also some great ones, you know. Fabulous and Nandi, Chris Dawes, Ultima, but besides the list is on, man, because them generally make me feel as me can't make a miss vegetable. That's how great them is. Them was a great influence. I just with Nandi present alone and Nandi talking, Nandi usually favorite word. I could have 10 of them. Lord Jesus have it, give me. You know what I'm saying?
You have to repeat that whenever I hear you start. What are Nandi favorite word?
I could have 10 of them. Lord Jesus up there, give it to me. And so said, so done. I passed pint blank to him. Yeah, Nandi was no joke, you know. Nandi was no joke. And everybody who
somebody tell me about Nandi. The man them said, hey Nandi, go play on the back. The man said, without playing, I play on the back or come up on the field. The man walk up on the field, yeah.
No, he not only walk off, you know, him expression alone, you know, when rotate him on and tell the referee say one change before. Hey, you know, say football is the best, man. And no matter what, he's the one. I gotta stand up for you. No matter what them say, Henry, just as how you say chill-ups is, that's Nandi right there. No matter if you're Nandi have fuss and fight today, in the evening, you're my best friend. You know? Because I remember a great fight with him and Shorty Malcolm, and Shorty decide to go for a knife. And Nandi look on him. And everybody start laughing. Wait, him not afraid of height. You know? And Shorty does that boy, you're an idiot. You know what I say? So he was that person there. You get me?
And Nandi and Shorty welcome a fight. And Nandi
you may I tell you. And Nandi just said to him, say, before him could approach him, wait, he's not afraid of height.
You know, he want to drop the knife.
Yeah, man. He just laugh, man. Yeah, he just laugh.
You know
That's
what
how it is.
like Bibi tell me now, say he was Peter Cargill. I go fight.
Oh, yeah.
I say like,
yeah, that was in the story. That was a yeah, but at the time, Jerry, who to tell, Sufferer could have defeated, probably could have punched him in the hand or like this, he just use one, you know. But,
yeah,
that's what the great days were.
When the Pepe was going to get
Yeah,
involved.
man. So said so. Yeah, man. Make him stand up like a man.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. We're all.
Even though let him fight for himself. Let him fight for himself.
In the stadium, man. You know. And even after that, next day, Sufferer and Cargill, we all at it again. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I will say them days though, we make everybody look good. Nobody was at fault. We correct it and Ray, you know. And to be honest, and Dean can tell you at the time, we were doing the level we have the football, a whole heap of risk to go through in negotiating and to play for. Because at one point we have tournament. If we don't win the tournament, we don't get no money. You know what I'm saying? We're that good that we have said, listen, and a man just go there, hey, I'm on a ramp with my 150, you know. So you know what that means. You have to play to the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying?
Because if you don't do it, they don't get the money. Whoa.
You get what I'm saying? Remember, we all win our Shell Cup. And when we win Shell Cup, the only thing Jack won and over to we had the cup and say, well, on the we, you know, so we can't give you the money. So, you get me? After we go through big negotiation and we never aware of that, you know?
Whoa.
So,
Whoa. Yeah, man. Somebody's here saying that their Cobra is the first Jamaican I know, I think, played with his heart in his sleeve. If I'm not mistaken, he played almost a whole season with a broken leg.
yeah, Barton Gainer.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, one of as a legend, make him rest in peace. One of them look a general away. Growing up, and you want to be a left foot general, you try to patronize them general and try to be like them generally. You get me?
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
have you ever played against Bucky Barnes? Somebody asked him to play against Bucky Barnes.
Not per se because it's unfortunately at the time him get ill, so I never see much of him and Ray. But him other friends, them great ones, Dane Walker and Try Pepsi, just as good as him. Well, probably not as good as him, but they were also talent also who was a force to reckon also. You get me? The Dane Walker and the Try Pepsi and the Adonis Maxwell and them generally great ones.
Yeah, Daniel Smith is asking if it is true that Aaron Lawrence was late for training camp and the bus already gone, and Simo wanted to leave him out of the squad. Look like we lost Gregory for a moment.
Because a call was coming in.
Oh, yeah, man. So
Talk
somebody,
about that, Mr. Mannings. Go ahead.
yeah, man. Messam, is it true that Aaron Lawrence was late for training camp and the bus was already gone, and Simmons wanted to leave him out of the squad, but Lawrence ran about 5 miles to the training ground? I will soon get him back online, and then we're gonna wrap up the interview. And then, I want to first say thank you for joining. Gregory is going to come back on. Please make sure you hit the like video, people. Very good information. If you have not yet also subscribe to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I want to tell you about we have a big video coming up on Sunday. We're having Junior Groves. He will be on the platform on Sunday between 5 and 7 Sunday, right? And then tomorrow we have also a next big one coming in. We're going to close up this interview once Gregory come back on. I'm going to ask him to answer these couple of questions. In the meantime, we want to give away $500 credit, right? All you have to do is to answer this question right now. If you answer this question correctly, you'll get $500 credit and whatever service provider you use. All you have to do, I'm going to put up a number, and if you are the winner, you can send a message to the number. All right. So here's a question for you to win. Greg is back, but let me ask you the question. Oh. Yeah, man. Here's the question. Yeah. I want you to tell me how many years did Gregory play in schoolboy football, right? And then watch this. All right.
Oh, them ask question.
Yeah. So yeah, man, we're hearing here now. So watch this. You have to tell me how many years he played in schoolboy football. And what was the name of the team he went to immediately after leaving schoolboy football? Those are the questions. And the first person to answer gets $500 credit right now, right here. All right. So in the meantime, I'll see the answer come in, and then you can tell us if it is correct, Greg. So you have to answer on the screen. But Simmons is asking if it is true with the Aaron Lawrence thing that the boss was late. Simmons said that he was going to drop him out of the squad, and Lawrence ran 5 miles to the training ground.
Yeah, that's true. That's correct, because that's how he was. He was that type of person. Just believe he usually threaten a lot of us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
even if you 1 second or you never, because he usually if even you couldn't even crack a joke or be sense of humor around him. To him, everything was Bro, there's a lot to talk about, but as we say, we're not dwelling on it, yeah?
Stephen Mitchell, you got one part of the question right. You said 7 years of schoolboy footballer went to Port Morant. You got one part right, one part wrong. But I'm
Yeah.
not going to tell you what part you got right, and I'm not going to tell you what part you got
You
wrong.
get wrong.
Yeah. Somebody saying that you Binglebeer said the name of the team recently. I'm not telling. I'm not giving you any.
Any
Um,
clues?
yeah, you can do that. Dear Cobra, you can send it. Though we have our ways, but you can go ahead and send it and thing. All right. So what is your advice, Gregory, to young footballers out there, and then so you can give us your advice to the players out there. Um, this person here, Peso, says it is 7 years, and Taros. Taros was not the name of the team. The 7 years is right.
No.
Taros was not the name of the
Yes,
team.
yeah.
But I can't tell you the name of the team. So let's see if you can get it. Yeah, I mean, as we come to the close of the show, I mean, there are so many persons watching. No, we went up to 130. I mean, here, but no, there's 111 persons watching the live stream, interacting with us, right? What is your advice to the young footballers out there in Jamaica watching this now?
Um, what I can say to them just believe in yourself because it don't make sense. We can't play for you. Have to be the one who have to enforce your talent. I know that you can go further because now football is actually a life living. If you approach it the right methods and the way, you know, and now football you have to be professional off the field, not only on the field. You know, to even for be there. And if you follow the life of Ricardo Bibi God, that is a perfect example, and the Ricardo full of them, and more. He shows what it is like for us move on into a different country, a different environment totally. You just have to believe, and with the help of your parents and other influential people around you, you listen to them because they know. And I mean, there are so many things now where youngsters can look up to because the YouTube, it do justice, just seeing it and see some greats, some farmer plays, in which also man is that we would need to, I hear but like at one point said, we need a football museum, something in Jamaica for just recognize the great ones and before we from the Lenny Denner Penna them to the Lenny and you name it, you know what I'm saying, the Bob Campbell and Ray. We need that so we can have you can take out your family, your grands and say, well, this is where it starts. You get what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
need we need that, and not only football. Per se in Jamaica, we need to honor and recognize all the great actors and the actors that we have. Like, no wait till we're dead, general. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
wait,
it's
no,
true
no,
because
no.
like I think even what his name just passed recently, a couple days ago, Robbie Shakespeare from Sly.
Right, Sly Robbie. Right,
Like
right, right.
those guys think should have been up long time. Them on the way.
You should have man. You need for no wait till we pass for Luton. And when Luton we are gonna give him key to the city and come on. Yeah, we need to do better, man, as with sports. But as them always say, to win a Jamaica society, them things the footballers are still hooligans, Up to this day, them just feel,
You and I share those sentiments. I just
yeah, them just feel like say, for your football is the wrong choice. The wrong choice in life, as if he's an evil doer,
listen. I
but
tell people if I stand up out on the street with a pair of football boots and a ball in my hand, and the next man stand up beside me with a tennis racket, and the
yeah
next man
man,
stand up beside me with a spike, and the next man
yeah
stand up
man, or a badminton racket, man.
badminton or a
Yeah
cricket
man,
cricket bat and
yeah.
thing, and a taxi stop, and the footballer last are going to the car there.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm throwing a trunk.
I say your boots clean. Him not ask if the
Yeah,
bat
man.
clean. You not ask if the
Yeah.
racket
Nothing else. Yeah, I'm just someone there. Yeah. No.
clean.
Yeah.
So it is how it is seen for real.
Yeah, man.
Gregory, but man, it's such a joy. Nobody can get the answer, man. Them not get the team right. But you know
Yes,
that
sir.
big player was laughing and said that you are the heel box specialist.
Yeah, yeah, at one point, I want to say Jai, because Jai dishwashing liquid, we say meds, You get me? Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man. Sir Bingy, hey. Sir Bingy, I'm a legend, I'm a teacher, Yeah, man. You make it possible. give a thanks to you, man, from my heart, man. You know, a mad love. Yeah. We say love alone, you know. You know, man, endorsed by Baby Gardner, you know. Yeah, man. It's a heart of love, and we never short of love. And we say, you know, everybody has started them rightful ways. Everybody on earth for a purpose. Yeah? Blessings, man. And, yo, blessings in the sermonings, knowing that the man is a pastor. Boy,
Yeah,
man, go try your, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to try your sermon one of them day, man, because,
yeah.
yeah.
And people, the man
Yeah.
from Egypt, you know, when I call him, when I talk to him, the man, I try to find Elijah, you know, tell him, say, the
Yeah,
rock.
man.
I go,
Them a look. Yeah, man, I look for the remainder past of Jesus. I don't know them, I think. Yeah. Well, you look like she lucky she find the eyelashes or something along the line, but you know, what them say, archaeologists look for the remaining parts now. Yeah, look like we're gonna do all of course. So. Yeah, man.
Yeah, but listen, I'd love to see you guys really come together. I think we need to get a reform. Listen, the wealth and knowledge and wisdom and resources that you guys have, if there's a way, and I hope that in my lifetime I get to see this, because I tell people that I research and things and I study a lot of things, just read a whole lot of information as much, and I listen to a lot of people, and I always believe that the greatest leaders in a country is not the government, is the people, because
the people, of course.
people determine governance,
Of
because
course.
the people have the most power.
Of
And
course.
with football, I think the voices of the former players, that especially that batch of players from the 60s, the standard, if you're calling him from
60s, yes.
up to
60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, up
if,
to the great sufferer stint. Yeah, man.
right, if you get players out of that era to come together and begin to advocate for change and challenges, I think the entire Jamaica. Listen, I think if you walk in, you and Bibi, let me just call some name, and Lenny Hyde and Alan Skill Cole, and just walk into any business and say, listen, we want to do this for Jamaica. So football. And I can call many names. I just pick out those names. I think people jump onto that because there's something that your name all bring. You know?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And it's so funny too, you know, sir, man. It easy for them on the street, you know. People recognize us, the 98 players, more than the present, you know. No joke, you know.
I'm telling you, that is
No
it.
joke. No joke.
That is it.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, listen, so Daniel Simit, a lot of people are very close, but no one has gotten the answer. Everybody keeps saying a team in Portland. It is a team in Portland.
Yes, that is probably a Portland got on site, or
We have-
probably a player who just play for the same club too.
all right. Tell them what the team starts with. The name of the team. What letter?
B.
Team start with B. The name of the team starts with B. Yeah. Yeah, man. But and like I said, that listen, I want people, Claudia, and some of the other great minds in here. We can come together and start this Hall of Fame, you know. And
Yeah,
every
man, for real.
big banquet and say, listen, let's put 10 players in it this year. We can
Right.
start 20 players in the Hall of Fame. We can do it. So Claudia and some, let us come together.
Yeah, man, and as well as somebody like the likes of Miss Babsy Granger into sports, man, if we can get her, if we get involved, man, and Ray, man, I think it's a good idea to put to her, man, because I mean, like, it's a lady we love sports, you know. And you know, who, if she was in power, man, Mama P, Jaja, hey, blessings, Mama P, anyway, yeah, love your mommy, yeah, man.
Somebody says Black Stars, no, Black Rock. Oh, I never knew that. Black Rock? No, sir.
It's a musical group, that, bro.
Top 10 says, big up Mr. Messam, one Edwin Allen.
Yeah, man. I love.
Amateur says, Bone Brook.
Here it is.
There you go. So, but amateur music, you only get one part of the answer, right? So I don't even know.
Yeah, the other part. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, Gregory, just take the time and just heal up all of the, you understand me? You know, all of the people listening and think, you know, we always.
Yeah, man. Bless up all of the fun. Bless up Jamaica. Bless up the sponsors also. You know, if you have a great show, you know, you can get us on board at any time. You know, and great, you know, because you have some other greats you have to try to get to interview, you know.
Yeah.
you need help, just let me know, man. Just a phone call away, I say I can't even, you know. You get Fabian on yet?
You know, from when we are trying to get, you know, from when, from Adonis, I try to get him, we can't get Fabian. The number we get not working. So we have been
All right,
trying.
all right. Say
So we
no more.
afterwards,
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 I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna talk to him, and you need to get him on board.
yeah,
A great general forget.
calling the
Why
number and getting through. The one that we have.
with the love you get Nandi too, you know.
No, we talk
In,
to that. We
well,
have,
it's
we have got
one
to
to
talk.
Pearl. You try to reach out to the great Pearl.
Yeah. Well, we have got to talk to you. We talk to Nandi because Nandi a sample man, bro. I will say that.
Yeah,
Nandi
yeah,
a sample. You
yeah,
understand
man.
me?
We can't tell you that, man.
You
But
know what?
great general, man. A great general. Him not gonna negotiate, but
Ah, a negotiation, Nandi there.
yeah.
You
I
know,
can't tell you. You don't have to ask.
you know
You
it
can't tell him,
already.
man.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
starting moving, you know, the great
Yeah,
negotiator. You know?
yeah, man, the negotiator, man. Yeah, man. I think it was him related to Mr. Samuel, man, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. But it's such a joy. It's such a joy having you
no,
on.
man. Dry dishwashing liquid, man, is a meds,
It's a
you
med.
know.
It's a med.
Yeah, yeah.
So top 10, you're the first person to put in the correct answer. Let me see if I can find it. It's good that Edwin Allen man win it as well. You know, one Allen man on and the next Edwin Allen man win the prize. So top 10,
Yeah, bro.
send your
Yeah,
yeah,
man. Congrats, man. Blessings.
yeah, man. So just send your contact information to this number, and then there you go. If you can just add it, send it to by WhatsApp, and then you get the credit. 5 minutes after you send the information. Yeah, man. Um, yeah. But Sir Messam, listen, really appreciate it. I know it appreciate you
Yeah,
coming on.
man.
It has been a while.
Anytime, man. Anytime, man. We're
Yeah,
here, man.
man.
We make the time for you, man. Just say the word, you know. And blessings again, you know, to the legend icons and the wigglers and the earrings. Yeah, man. Bless up, wagglers. Yeah, man, for life, man. P-Bar again for life. Yeah, man. Pepe, good as soon. Anyway, there, brother. Love you for life. Baby, love you for life. Yeah, man. Love all of my brothers, man. Ballers for life.
Yeah.
Salute.
See the man tell you, Gandelo is under the management of Miss Pat Garrell. No money, no deal.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, that's 2 decades ago, bro. Now they make him own decision now, bro.
Yeah, man. But blessings again, and
Yeah,
listen,
man.
stay good, stay healthy, my
I
friend.
keep on your prayers, you know, cause I pray for the nation. I go heal the nation, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man. Let's have
Eh,
that, man.
Yeah, and then I'm going to call and talk to you afterwards as well.
Yeah, man. Afterwards, no worries. All
Yeah,
right.
man. Blessing.
Yeah, man. Blessing.
Yeah. All right, there you have it, people. The great Gregory Messam. I mean, such a humble, joyful person. If you met him in person, if you talked to him before, I mean, he hasn't changed. I mean, well, he has matured, but this is the kind of joy he played with. You know, the free spiritedness he played the game with. I mean, great personality. When you listen to these guys, you realize that. I mean, a lot of these men. I'm telling you, man. I mean, a lot of these men gave up stuff to be a part of Jamaica's football. And I'd love some of you. I want to start a group, people, a group out of this whole YouTube thing. Anyone who willing to join, that we as Jamaicans, home and abroad. I mean, we're not always here just like me, not always here, but when we're here, we want to make sure we can put something together that, at the end of the day, we can have a big dinner, um, and then have a Hall of Fame, and start out with 20, and then every year we keep adding to it. We keep adding to the Hall of Fame, so we can have a Hall of Fame. It can't be so difficult if we come together. I'd love to do that, right? And if you'd love to be a part of it, I don't know how it's gonna work because so many of us are, we're all over the world at all different times. But if we, I think we are intelligent and smart enough. I mean, I read comments, I look at how people communicate, and I know there are many brilliant minds, people with, degrees and all different kind of things. We can do this. Let's not wait on government. Let's lead. These guys deserve it. And I'm not just talking about 98. We need to Every year we say, okay, let's take 5 players from the 60s, 5 from the 70s, 5 from the 80s, 5 from the 90s, 5 from the 2000s, and then put them in a Hall of Fame. You understand me? Let's see if we can do it. So let's work out a way where we can contact each other and and see how we can develop it. And I'll get a footballer because there are former national footballers who would want to be a part of this as well. I also ask you to hit the like button, and if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We have a great weekend of shows lined up for you. Junior Groves is the person who runs a major academy in Canada, former Harbour View player, Manning Cup winner, Walker Cup winner, all of those things. Doing a great job over there in Canada. We're going to have him on Sunday. Tomorrow we have a very special show that we're planning. But I also want to, listen, I'm all for all the channels, right? So there is a coach's desk with Coach Minzy. I think he has a show tonight. Let me give you as many as I can remember. Reggae Boys commentary. There is Ryan LFC. There is The Formula. There is Unseen Sports. There is Sports Frenzy. They have a show tonight. Sports Down the Middle. IMAX it. All of these different channels. They put out different content, and when you have time, check them out. I mean, it doesn't hurt if you subscribe to all of the channels. It doesn't take away anything, right? So please go ahead and show them some love. Owen, thank you. We're gonna reach out. I know Claudia is ready to be a part of it. Owen, and we're going to connect with a former national player who is ready to be a part of this whole setting up a Hall of Fame for our footballers. It needs to happen in our lifetime, right? Again, I want to thank you for spending your day, your Saturday, your Friday evening, with me. Really appreciate that. Had a wonderful day with my kids and wife out at one of the resorts today, and had to come back home because I wanted to do the show. And so thank you for your time. Thanks to our sponsors as well. Tricknick is a Jamaican owned and operated company in Canada. They use authentic Jamaican herbs and spices to make all their products, right? And they're offering 25% discount, right? 25% discount on all their products. All you have to do is shop at www.tricknick.ca and use the code I am sure sports 001. Go and support them as they support us in this festive season. In fact, they are going to give away some products in this festive season, right? So let's support them, and they will continue to support us. When the video ends, I'm going to leave a word from our sponsors, so you can hear that. Can we have a verse or burst of the national anthem? Teach us true respect for all. Yeah, man. Stir response to duty call. Yeah, man. There you go. Big up, Richard Stephen. Teach us true respect for all. Stir response to duty call. May Eternal Father continue to bless our land. Enjoy the rest of the day. Like I said, I'll leave you with a word from our sponsors. Top 10, your credit is on its way. Owen, Claudia, we'll go work this out. Hall of Fame, started by just a platform on YouTube. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Major move. Bless you. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of the weekend.
Jamaican herbs and spices add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade: 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?